My name is Erin Davis, and today I will be answering the question, how does being in smaller classroom settings affect students' academic performance at Texas Tech? I personally feel as if I have always performed better in smaller classes, so I was curious if other students felt the same. I started off my research project by going around the Texas Tech campus and asking random students I saw if I could interview them and ask them some questions and see if I could get a few answers. Could you state your name and what year you are?
Yes, I am MJ, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Destiny Holiday. I'm a sophomore.
Hello, my name is Addison Davis, and I'm a senior at Texas Tech.
My name is Connor McGinnis, and I'm a freshman.
My name is Christopher Galvan. I'm a freshman here at Texas Tech.
How many classes are you taking with students under 50?
Under 50 student classes, only one.
How many classes are you in with students under 50?
2.
I'm currently taking 2 classes that have less than 50 students. One of my classes only has 14.
With less than 50, just one.
And I'm only in, I think, one class that has less than 50 students.
Do you feel like you perform better in that class?
Yes.
Why is that?
I feel like you get more of a one-on-one feel with your teacher. In a big class is hard for you to learn, and also you have a lot of distractions around you, and being in a small compact room with like a couple people, your learning's more dynamic around those people instead of being like a large group of people. And sometimes you won't understand, and that helps a lot.
I feel that I perform better in these classes.
I do feel like I perform better in the smaller classes because the professor gets to know us on a much more personal level, and we get to have a lot more communication and interaction with our peers. My small class is Spanish, so that's very helpful.
I perform better in with less people. There's more personalization. Like you can give more from the learning. You can ask more questions. You have more time. It just makes for a better environment for me.
I perform better in that class because there's less students, and so it kind of holds me accountable to actually go to the class knowing that the teacher actually knows my name, and I can actually go up to them and ask them a question, and they're going to know whether or not I show up to class. And so I feel like I get more out of the actual class itself by having a smaller.
Okay, final question. Is your attendance better in that class?
Yes.
Is your attendance better in these classes?
Yes.
I am an honors student, so I've been having to take smaller classes throughout my entire career here, and I do find that my performance and my attendance is a lot better. For one, they count attendance, and 2, you don't really want to miss the classes because they tend to be a lot more enjoyable.
I would say it's about the same. I usually just, it's more there's other variables rather than that affect my attendance.
The smaller class that I have, the teacher actually doesn't take attendance in that class, but at the same time, he knows all of our names, and so if I miss like a whole week of class, I only have the class 2 days a week, and so if I miss like that 1 week of class and I show up the next, he's gonna say, why weren't you in class next week? He won't email me about it, but he will bring it up the next time I see him, and so it kind of like instills that little bit of guilt in you, knowing that like it didn't affect my grade, but at the same time, he knows that you were supposed to be there, you know you were supposed to be there, and you know that you missed some important information.
As you can see from the interviews, even the varying grade levels had about the same opinions and answers on the questions that I asked. In order to further my data, I put out a Google survey that Texas Tech students could fill out that had the same questions plus an added one about GPA, which I didn't include in the interviews because I felt as if it was too personal. So let's take a look at those answers. The first question I asked was, how many of your classes have less than 50 students? Out of the 16 responses I got, only 3 said that they don't have any classes under 50 students. The next question I asked was, how often do you attend these classes with less than 50 students? Out of the 16 responses, 12 said that they attend most or every class, while only 2 said that they only attend the classes that take attendance. The next question I asked was regarding GPA. As you can see from the chart, most people who took the survey have a 3 to a 4.0 GPA, with only about 18% having a 2 to a 2.9. For confidentiality reasons, I will not be going into individual responses, but will say that 2 out of the 3 people who have a 2 to a 2.9 GPA are not enrolled in any small classes this semester. The final question that I asked is if students who are taking small classes feel they perform better or worse in these classes. Every student who took the survey that is enrolled in a class under 50 claims that they perform better in this class. From the interviews and the research from the Google survey, every single person that I asked that had smaller classrooms said that they performed better in those classes. There are so many factors that play into students' academic success, and I believe that this is an important one. I am hoping that students begin to recognize that smaller classrooms may affect how they learn and their performance in school.